And coming from the East Coast, where it was very, very cold in the winter, and coming to Arizona, I felt like I had landed in Eden. It was the most beautiful, beautiful place. I couldn't believe January. You can go to a hotel and get served drinks with little tiki umbrellas in it, whereas in Connecticut, you just go outside and get an icicle and put it into your drink. So there was no question when I arrived here in 1979 that this was a place I wanted to be. So Paradise Valley is fully residential. I mean, you can live in Phoenix or Scottsdale, but you're going to be subject to having commercial buildings around you. There's something nice about living in a town that has acre lots, minimum, gives you a sense of space and privacy. And also where this house is located, particularly next to Phoenix Country Day, I think Phoenix Country Day is the best school in town. So location-wise, hidden, away from the main street, away from a lot of huge houses, I feel really, really safe here. I remember when I first saw this house, it had been built, it was 4 years old, it was back in the mid-'80s, and I walked into it when it was first for sale, and I said, the only way they're getting me out of here is in a pine box. So the house is about 8,500 square feet in total. It's 7 bedrooms, 8.5 baths, including a casita. Actually, it's more than a casita. We actually built it originally to have a couple come here, and then we could have put another bedroom, but we made it into a playroom for the kids. So it's a great place to have a pool table, big screen TV, et cetera, and just to get the kids out of the house. But the way the house was built and the way we've remodeled it 2 different times now is the kids have their own wing, but it also has room for a nanny. And the master bedroom is upstairs, which we like to be upstairs, and does have a view over the city, which is quite nice at night. And the house is not so big that you feel like you're going to get lost in it, but it's also big enough that you don't feel like you're on top of each other. When I bought this house originally, it was 1.5 acres. The property next door became available. I had known the lady for 20 years, and I had said to her, if you ever decide to sell, I want to buy it. So I actually ended up buying the lot next door and combining it and making this lot into 3 acres. It allowed me to square the lot off, which was nice. It allowed me to add the tennis court and to change the pool to make it a little bit of a larger, almost a lap pool with a deep end that comes straight off the bottom in the center of the house. And it really completed the property, and it made it into an estate that just has a super comfortable feel. When you sit outside in the back garden and you look back towards the house, you're sitting around the pool, you'll be absolutely shocked. You'll actually think you're in a hotel. It just feels so private and comfortable. When I bought the property originally, it was all desert. You just drove down into a very nondescript entrance, which is fine for the previous owner. I wanted a bit more privacy, and I wanted to have a bit more of my East Coast feel to it. So I ended up putting a stone wall around it, which most people looked at me and said, we don't do stone walls in Arizona. And I said, it's fine, we're gonna do a stone wall. I absolutely love this home and have since the day I bought it. I've been asked many times, what's my favorite spot in the house? And I can tell you, it depends on the mood. If I'm in the mood to watch a movie, I can go into our theater. If I want to just sit in front of a wood-burning fireplace, I sit in our library, and it's so cozy. If I want to be closer to the kitchen, if we're cooking dinners and such, I sit in our great room out by the kitchen. So you really have lots of different places in this house to sit. If it's beautiful weather, my wife and I oftentimes will sit in the gazebo and we'll watch TV in the gazebo in front of a wood-burning fire. It's so comfortable. When we did one of our remodels on the house, we gutted the kitchen and we went to a local company and we had all the cabinetry custom made. And I have to tell you, this is a kitchen that has stayed the test of time. It is absolutely functional. It has a ton of counter space. The appliances are all top grade appliances. We both love to cook. So we have 3 ovens if we want to cook a big Thanksgiving dinner or a big Christmas or holiday dinner. My wife and I have a lot of friends, and we absolutely love to entertain. This house lends itself amazingly to entertainment. When you walk in the front door, you have the ability to open up the double sliding glass doors, the California doors, and it creates this feeling of openness, almost like you're in Hawaii. And you can walk out into the garden. The pool's lit with these kaleidoscope lights, so I can change the color of the pool depending on what I'm celebrating. I can have red for Valentine's Day, green for St. Patty's Day, and you look beyond it over the city. I think the most people we've had here at one time is 150, maybe a bit more, maybe 160. I'm a bit of a junkie when it comes to audio, video, and technology. And we have a fully smart house. Everything is Crestron controlled, Lutron lighting. All of our things are hooked into our iPads. So we can control all of our cameras, we can control all of our lighting, our climate, our drapes. When we bought this house 35 years ago, we knew this was going to be a place that we were going to stay for a long time.